Hey guys, welcome to my page, DIY Crafts with Dar. I'm so excited. Sorry I'm a few minutes late, but I was still cutting some things in the laser. I had an oopsie when I was cutting something. I overlapped and I had to recut one of the things that we're going to do today. How is everybody? I have been painting all day long just for you guys. I'm so excited to show you the new April craft kit, and I hope you love it as much as I do because I worked really hard at it and Tara worked really hard at it, and then painting all day was so much fun. I just really enjoyed it, and I actually got done painting about a half an hour ago, and I had to make sure that everything painted up correctly. Last night I decided to give myself a break and just go to bed early. I feel great. I need to do that at least once a week, right? So anyways, guys, we're going to do 2 of these projects today, and then we'll skip a couple of days. We'll do 2 more, but these are now available. I'm going to turn them off of draft and make them available to you guys. I'll put the link in here. If you guys are watching, just go ahead and say hello. And let's see if I can do that. Yep, from here I can make this live. I didn't want to do it live before. I didn't want to spoil it. I didn't want anybody seeing it until it was time. So I'll put the link. I'll drop the link over here. If you're watching, just say hello. If you're coming back and watching the replay, just put #replay. I'm going to give you guys a close-up look of all of this. Isn't this fun? I am so excited. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too excited. I hope you guys love it though. It is going to be fabulous. It's going to be so fun to paint. Let me make sure I'm live and let me share to my VIP group. How is everybody? The sale is still going on in the VIP group. So go ahead and post to it. I know people are asking, are there some left? I'm not going to look at any of that until tonight late. Like, I'm going to start doing invoicing later tonight, and then I'll know if it was available. I can't go back and say, okay, there were 3 people ahead of you and there was 4. So yes, there's 1 left. I just can't. So if you want something, make sure you just claim it, and people are going to be changing it. So some people will go in and say, oh, what, I overspent, I need to delete some. So even though you think you might not get it, put your name on there anyways, because you just don't know what someone's going to do like last minute. You guys can all go in there. You can delete something that you decided, oh, I actually have that color. I don't need that one. So you have until tonight. I'm going to say like 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock Pacific time. Don't make any changes after that. But I'm going to keep the sale open till midnight tonight. I'll start printing out stuff about 9 o'clock, and invoices take about 2 days. So expect an invoice by Tuesday, and then I expect payment within 48 hours, unless you've already said, hey, Darlene, I don't get paid until this date. Is it okay? Then it's okay. All right. I always make exceptions. Always do. Okay. Let me drop that link over there for you guys. So let me do this. Let me go to my comments here. I can make it sorry. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me drop the link. Make it easy for you guys. It is live. Remember, if you are new and you have not done any of the monthly kits yet, you will also need to purchase the basket and the water globe. Okay, so the very first month I gave those free. That was in January. This month you get this little cutie that has the little light. It has a little candle, lit candle. You guys are gonna get that free. So let me see who's here. Do you just love it? I love it because it just is so springy. You know, bees are springy. And I have a couple of things to ask you guys. I need prayers for a family in particular. One of our crafters, their grandson's best friend was killed yesterday in an accident. Just tragic. And it's really scary because this person's grandson was also supposed to be there. I don't want to go into details, but please, will you please pray for Ethan's family? That's the little boy that was killed, and it was in a car accident, and Braxton was supposed to be with them, and Braxton's mama said, no, I don't want you to go. And who knows why? She just said, nope, I don't want you to go this time. He'd gone before with them on these trips, And she just said no. Anyways, Braxton is, it's so sad. He's going to have to deal with this. And tomorrow, all of the kids at the school are going to have to deal with these. These are young kids. So please say some prayers for Ethan's family and for Braxton and his family and all of the kids. It's just tragic. So they just need that whole community needs some prayers. Anyways, I wanted to ask you that because, guys, it's, we do that. Prayer is so powerful, and we can help hold this family up. So let me see who's here, and then we'll get started, guys. Let me just scroll over, and it is... Okay, let me... Sorry. Anyways, and you know what? I am going to make an insert to go in the truck that matches all this. So just know that I will do that. That will be fun. And a lot of you have the round circle thing. Yeah, that also holds the truck things. That would be cute on a wall for sure. So hi, Julie. How are you? Hi, Lori. Hi, Mary Lee. Thank you. Hi, Deb, my sister. Hi, Doris, my sister. How are you guys? Hi, Terry. Hi, Bridget. Hi, Carrie. Thank you, Deb. I'm so excited about him. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Betty. Thank you so much, Cheryl. Could you do a mini one for a mini basket? I know there's a mini basket like that. I will see if I can shrink it down. I'll see if I can do that. Yeah, sure. I don't think it's going to be that difficult to just shrink things down. The bees would be the biggest issue, but I have bees that are pretty tiny. So, hey, Wanda, how are you? Thank you. Hi, Carol. Hi, Cindy. Oh my goodness. And you love bears too. So it's so funny because I was talking to Tara. I didn't even think about bears and the honeybees and the sunflowers. And I was talking to Tara and I'm like, I don't want to do just bees and honey. I want to do something else in there. And we're both talking about it and just popped into my head. How about bears? And she's like, oh my gosh, that's perfect. And then I found something with the sunflowers and I just put several different patterns together and made my own little thing there. So it's different. So the basket is different than anybody will have. And then this is different than other people will have. And then this is kind of different than other people will have. I'm trying to do things that are not going to be identical. And did you see? So this, guys, these are some of our little frames that are Chocolate Tour. I have an overabundance of them, so I'm going to use them. And we'll be doing some other things. It has a little stand on it, made it into a little house. I'm going to give you a close-up look of everything. And then this is one of our jars, because guess what? Darlene still has a bunch of jars. So I found 2 more cases. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to incorporate that into the project. And you guys just get like all these extra freebies because, those things I don't really charge for stuff like that because it's like I have all this inventory. This whole kit is going to be $40, which is great, right? So $40 for all of this. Just remember, if you're new and you have not purchased the monthly kit before, you're going to also need to purchase the water globe and the basket, okay? And that's listed. So when you go into the website, you go to the collections and it's going to say 2024 monthly kits, okay? I have those 2 items in there at a discounted rate when you buy them together, okay? So that's in there. Okay, we're going to make 2 of these projects. I want to give you a really close-up look with a face-down look because I think that's important. And oh, let me finish. I didn't finish. Hi, Janine. Thank you. And I put the link there. So if anybody wants to buy it now, you can. It's going to be there. Okay. Some of you guys have not even ordered your March kit, but you still want it. So, guys, those kits are not going away. We're not deactivating anything. If you're starting right now and you go, oh my goodness, I didn't get the January or February, you can order it. You can still order it. It's going to be there. We're not taking it off the website. It will be there this whole entire year. And then come January, we might deactivate some of them or we might wait a little bit so you guys can catch up. Because sometimes you just can't do it right now. So don't stress, but it is there if you want to order it. So, okay. Oh, hi, Kim. How are you? Welcome. It's like a subscription, but Marilyn, it is monthly. You get to choose. So say you don't like bees. Or say you don't like the one from last month. You don't have to purchase it. So what I do is I put it on my website, and then you go to the website to purchase it. I don't automatically take out the $40 each month, because if you don't like one of them, I don't want you to have it and just have it sitting there and not make it. Okay, does that make sense? I want you to be able to choose. And also, here's the other thing, guys. When you purchase this, if you've been wanting something else, purchase that at the same time, and then your shipping gets combined. Okay, so you can save on shipping. That's what I want you guys to do. I don't want, when I see somebody order one thing that's $5 and then it costs them $4.50 for shipping, I don't like that, because the post office, it's a ripoff, you know. I love the post office, but it's so expensive. Bundle your stuff together, plan it so that you save on shipping. Okay, I'll keep going. Lisa, oh, I'm glad you were hoping it was bee themed. Oh, Betty, you're welcome. Okay, so Ethan was 13. Okay, I wasn't sure of his age, and thank you so much for letting me know that. So we will be praying for him and for let's say Ethan was 13. Was Braxton the same age? Was Braxton the same age, Betty? Thank you for letting me know that. Hi, Tony. Just got my message. A message. Oh gosh, you know, sometimes it takes a while for all those to go out. So hi, Linda. Thank you. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Maria. Hi, Tony. We're gonna keep going here. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Chris. Oh, I love bee stuff. It's so much fun for spring, isn't it? It is just so much fun. Hi, Maureen. Hi, Debbie. Oh, thank you, Debbie. Sorry. Sorry. And Maureen, so if you've haven't ordered, so if you haven't ordered before, you're going to also order the water globe and the basket. Okay. So if you have questions, just send me a message. Say, Jarlene, what do I need to get? I don't want to make a mistake. So just let me know. Just let me know, and I can help you with that. So, thanks for sprinkling, Maria. Thanks for sprinkling. I appreciate that. Hey, Denise. Happy Sunday. Hi, Sarah. How was your craft show yesterday? I hope it went well. And Sylvia, hi. You have lots of bee stuff. You love this too, probably, huh? I hope your craft show went well yesterday. Thank you, Denise. Okay, guys, let's get started. We're going to do 2 of these projects, and then we'll skip a couple of days. We'll do 2 more. Then we'll skip a couple of days, and we'll do 2 more. Okay, so I did want to tell you something else that's pretty exciting that let me go closer here. So I keep up with all of the lost dogs. Okay, so I'm going to just go like this. Okay, these are the 2 that we're going to do. We're going to do the one for the basket, and we're going to do the little jar. Okay, so we're going to do the bear ones all together, so we use the same colors. So I got to tell you about a dog that was that just made its way home after 7 months. Okay, so this is going to be our little bear with the honey jar. Okay, so look how cute that is. I just kind of want to give you guys a close-up look of everything. Yeah, this is the monthly kit. Yeah, this is the monthly kit. So this is April's monthly kit. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a close-up look of everything. So remember, this comes out. So don't glue this part in. Remember, this slides. Okay, and then there's a little hole at the back that pops this out. Okay, so I'm going to tell you about that little dog that was missing for 7 months and made its way back home. So, and it just slides down in there. Okay, and then this slides out just like that. So that's how that all goes. And if you haven't done the kit before, then you're going to need this part. Okay, and then this is a little candle holder. The candle was a little bit loose in there. I'll tighten up the hole a little bit. Okay, so, but I'm afraid, you know what? I'm afraid that what if the other candles that come in are a different size? So all I did was I just wrapped some blue painter's tape around that. And these candles are a special type that are battery operated. Okay, so you just turn this top part. I'm going to include the batteries. Okay, you're going to get the candle and you're going to get the batteries. All you do is you just twist this to turn it on. Okay, and it will flicker and it will get light and dark, and it just kind of varies in like if it flickers or is solid. Okay, so I know this is so cute. Thank you so much, guys. Hi, Laura. How are you? Hi, Karen Ross. Hi, Shelly. Okay, so this is the next piece. There's 6 pieces to this project. So this says honey, has a little honey pot and 2 bees. I'm just going to stack everything. I'm going to try to move it over here out of the way and not break anything. Okay, this is the one I was telling you about. These are the little 3-inch squares from Chocateur. I'm going to I adjusted the frame already because it's a little bit off. Yeah, this is my prototype. So I'm going to be making more like this. It's a little house. It has a stand on the back. Okay, so we'll be using more of these. So that's a good thing. And then here's the basket. So here's our little honey bear that just slides out. So this part here, it just sits in there. Okay, so we're going to make this one. This one we're going to make today also. Okay, so we're going to make the jar and we're going to make this little basket. So the basket part, remember our basket is two-sided. This one's going to look better on the white side. Okay, on the brown side, that's too much brown. So this one's going to look better on the white side. You're just going to slide it down in there, and then this part just goes underneath. Okay, so this just goes right under here. You just slide it and it just sits there. Okay, so it doesn't loop on anything. It just slides right there, just like that. Okay, so let me just move these guys. Actually, I'm going to keep this close enough that I can look at it because I don't have everything memorized on what I need to do. I'm going to move all this, and I'm going to move this, and I'm going to move. What do you guys think? What do you think? Your show was good. Your butt's dragging today. You're all set to get a blizzard. Oh my goodness. Are you going to work along with you on these? Yes, you sure can. You can go back and you can play the video. Yep. And you can work right along with me. So that's the great thing about the videos. Will always be there for you. And I'm going to get started though. So I'm going to get started on some of them today. And then you guys can order these now if you want to. I did drop the link there. I'll drop the link again here in a moment. And sorry. Let me just get everything situated here. I need my little whatever. my piece of board with my tape on it. I need that. Okay, so I'm going to move that up. I will put myself in the corner in a moment. And let me just tell you about the cutest little dog that someone just got their dog back in Yuma. Okay, so this dog had been missing for 7 months, and the owner didn't give up. And oh, thank you, Mary Lee. Thank you. Hi, Anna. How are you? Let me drop the link again. Let me just put the link. Did it go? I don't know if it went. I don't think it went. Let me go back to here. Let me just go like this and then copy. Okay, copy. There we go. It's gonna work. So here's the link again, if you guys need that. Okay, and you can also just go to my website and go to 2024 monthly kits. Okay, we're gonna need a lot of room, so I'm gonna start at the top. And then we have flowers, and then we have bees on each of the flowers. There's a bee. There's the center of the flower. And we'll just dissect this whole thing. Okay, there's the back part. So the wings will be painted, and then the body's painted. There are 2 pieces to make it easy for you guys. Okay. And pretty soon I'll be able to tell you the whole story about the little dog. Let me just get these pieces off of here. There's the beehive and the flower. I mean, not the flower, the heart. Gosh, guys. The muzzle of the bear and the nose, and then the feet and the center of the feet. And then there's hands. Okay, so the center of the feet are the same color as the muzzle. Okay, so the hands are the same color as the feet and the body. The nose is black. And then this is going to be honey colored. This is part of the honey pot. Okay, so that is all for the basket. There's a lot of pieces. There's a lot of pieces there. So here's the jar. You don't have to paint the jar. Okay, so the jar is going to stay white. You're just going to glue it to the jar. This is a Chocateur jar. Okay, so we're going to put all the pieces on here. Here's the center. Here's the outside frame. And then here's our honey. And then we have a bee. Let's put our bee over here by these bees. And then we have a little bear. Okay, so we're going to take our bear apart just like we did before. Let's take our bear apart. Here's the muzzle, the nose, the heart. Okay, so we have all our pieces. So let's get painting, guys. I know the squirrels got out. Squirrels got out for sure. I know. So many things. Yikes. Okay, so let me show you this dog before I thank you guys. Thank you. I sent it to my husband, so I have it right here. So here's this dog. Let me see if I turn it sideways if it's better. Okay, so after 7 months, this little cutie pie made its way home, because guess what? He was being held by somebody. So this person that was missing the dog has been searching all the time, daily. Like, I see it all the time. Posts again and again that still missing. And someone was keeping the dog, just kind of like we think is going on with Miss Chloe. And so, whoops, let me try to I'm trying to put myself in the corner. There we go. Okay. So anyways, the dog got loose from whomever had it. Sorry, I'm going to have to move it down just a little bit. Let me just try to go smaller so that you can see it. There we go. You can see most of it. With the bear, it's just going to be, I'll move that piece when I need to. Okay. So anyways, the dog got loose and somebody picked up the dog and took it to a shelter, and the shelter posted that the dog was found and the real owner was able to retrieve the dog. Okay, so yeah, so I look at that and I go, that could happen with Chloe. That could totally happen with Chloe. Okay, so the bear is going to be milk chocolate. So anyways, now that I told you all about that, I just don't want to give up on finding her, because I really believe somebody has her and that could possibly happen. So I was investigating one yesterday. It did not turn out to be her. The color on the back of it, the dog was it was at a shelter in Phoenix at Maricopa County Animal Control Center. And I saw it there, and it was adopted on Friday. And I'm like, oh no, it's been adopted already. Well, I called them yesterday morning and they gave me the rescue's number that it was adopted to. And so I was able to contact them, and they got back with me today. It took a while. I was like, oh my gosh, are they not gonna call me back? Okay, so the honey little dripper thing, the little thing that you stick in there to drip honey with, that is brown also. So that's milk chocolate. So we have the bear, we have its paws, we have its feet, the back of its feet, not the inside. And then this bear over here, we're doing milk chocolate. Okay, so anyways, isn't that incredible that their dog, after 7 months, it escaped from the person that was holding it and found its way back home. If dogs could only talk and tell their story, wouldn't that be wonderful? I just can't believe that somebody held that dog knowing it wasn't theirs. I mean, they knew that dog wasn't theirs. They held that dog for 7 months, and this person put up signs everywhere, and this person posted on social media everywhere and never gave up. Never gave up. And finally their dog's home. Incredible, right? Incredible. Okay, so yeah. This site is not about drop shipping. Whoever you are. Yeah, thank you. I'm going to delete that person off of there. Thank you I can't even see it here. Yeah, so why am I not seeing it? It is not on my phone. Let me go out and back in. Yeah, there we go. I am going to, nope, sorry. I'm banning you. You're banned. Goodbye. And then I'm deleting it. Let me delete it. Thank you for letting me know. Ugh. I'm trying to delete it. Maybe it deleted it when I banned him. Oh, it probably did, because it's not letting me delete it now. Anyways, goodbye. Goodbye, scammer. All right, thanks guys. I appreciate you having my back. Okay, so milk chocolate, that's going to need a second coat. It does not cover all the way. So, Billy said, just finished my Easter kit and got my birdhouse on the paint boards. We are a bear family too. Getting this one awesome. Love it. Oh yeah, Darlene, definitely. Just let me know what you need help with on the sale or anything like that. Frenchie, yeah, Sarah, for real. So it was the cutest little colored like gray and black Frenchie. I just can't believe that somebody would keep a dog that's not theirs. But they said it was stolen from their. I think the story, because I remember. I think the story was it was stolen from their yard. And so, I mean, somebody actually took this dog and had been keeping it. The dog escaped. Someone found the dog, took it to a shelter, and that's the right thing to do, because then the shelter posted it and the person's like, oh my gosh, because the person has been watching and hasn't given up. Okay, this is deep okra. So can you tell I'm a little bit excited for this person? I'm like, guys, just pray that happens with Chloe. It could happen. It could happen. Okay, so the honey pot is deep okra. And then other things that are deep okra are this part here, and then the little thing right here, the little sign. Actually, I think I should do that sign a different yellow. Let's do that sign a different yellow. Drop shipping. Okay, so drop shipping just means that, you know what? They just want to talk to me about my business, and I don't want to talk to them. I ban people all the time off of when I get messages through my business through Messenger. I don't even respond to them anymore. There's so many people that want it. It's because I put the link for my Shopify website right there for the kit. So their bots find that link. Anybody that has Shopify starts getting all of those little scammer things like that. They want to help you with this. They want to help you with that. No, they don't. They want to get into your account and take your money. That's what they want. So anyways, let me see here. Okay. So, this is a new color, guys, that I found. It's called Summer Squash. It's a yellow. I wanted a different yellow. I didn't want to go with the other one. What did we use the other day? We used Sunny Day. I wanted it to be more I don't know, just different. I didn't want it to be a bright yellow. Okay, so for the flowers, we're going to have, is this the right color? Let me look. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to have Summer Squash. And then part of the other things, I'm just going to put some in here because I'm going to need this. I'm going to need a little bit of that. Okay, so Summer Squash. We're going to do the flowers. And the flowers are not, they're not a separate layer, because what I try to do when I make these kits, I try to make them so everything fits on one great big piece of wood that is the size of my laser. And then I know exactly how much it costs me to create the kit for you guys. And there wasn't enough room on that sheet to add layers. So just be careful where the stem is. It's not a big deal. Be careful where the stem is. Okay, so, and then the bees are going to be this color too. Okay, so that's that color. The bee part, the little bees, let me get in closer so you can see that. The little bees right here are all going to be that color. Okay, so we're going to do the bodies. We're going to go back and we're going to do the head and the stripes on it black. Okay, so we're just going to paint this part yellow. So there's 2 bees that go on the flowers and 2 bees that go on the jar. Okay, now the other thing that we need to paint that color is the sign. Be really careful. You don't want a lot of paint on your brush. Okay, I'm just going sideways. I want those words to show. Okay, so I want the words to show. See how magical that was? And then on this one, I'm going to do the same thing. Okay, so I'm going to paint sideways. All right, and then what else is yellow? Anything else? You know what? This is deep okra. So the honey, the beehive. The beehive is deep okra. So we're going to go back and paint that deep okra. And then we'll see if we have to put 2 coats on anything. I know that I already know we have to put 2 coats on the brown. I know that for sure. And on the white. So let's do our white right now. Let's do our white. Makes you feel nervous to ever set up a Shopify account. Don't be nervous. Just don't ever let anybody help you. Yeah, you don't have to be nervous at all. You just need to not, whoops, like I'm trying to go back out. You just need to say no. When people say, oh, I can help, little bit smaller, Darlene. There's like not a fine in between. Oh my goodness, it's not letting me do it. Sorry. I'm sorry, making you dizzy. Sorry about that. Close your eyes. Just don't let people have access to your Shopify account. That's all. Because they're like, oh, I can help you do this and I can help you do that. I'm like, no, thank you. And they'll say, oh, I love your account, but you're doing this wrong. No, thank you. And now I don't even say no, thank you. I just delete and I ban them from my Facebook page. I don't want to have anything to do with them. But that's what happens. The bots find all of your keywords that they want to use. Okay. So the back of that is all white. And then let's see, what else is white? Nothing else is white. Okay. The center of the flowers is dark chocolate. I know they are creeps. They really are creeps. So yeah, they're just, there's a lot of scammers out there. So I'm just really careful. I don't trust anyone with stuff like that. I honestly don't. I don't trust a person at all to help me with any of that. So that's why we struggle to figure things out, because I am not going to pay somebody and have them have their hands into my accounts. I just won't. Okay, nose is black. And then we have to do the muzzle and the inside of the feet, muzzle, inside of the feet. We have 2 hearts and we have the stems. And then this here, oh yeah, I need to do that. That's going to be dark chocolate. Okay, so let me get a little bit of dark chocolate, and then the top part is going to be gray. But let's just paint it all dark chocolate right now, and then we'll go back and we'll paint gray. Okay, so dark chocolate. I just try to put some in an area where I can, and then just use that for the whole thing. If I remember right, I have to put 2 coats. It doesn't cover all the way for some reason. And I have to put 2 coats of this. Okay, so when you get your kit, you can come back and you can watch the video. You can paint along. You can pause. You can fast forward. You can watch it just to refresh your memory. And when you get the kit, you will have you'll have 2 sheets of paper. One will have the entire kit, a picture of it with all the colors, all the paint colors that I used. And there's a second sheet that has individual pictures of each project. So it just makes it easier for you guys. So that will be in with your kit, the little sheet. So I get to make that tonight. You've had people try to scam you for craft shows. Yes, Sarah. So yeah, you just asked Sylvia all about that. Sylvia is like the queen of craft shows here in San Diego. She has a Facebook page and she advertises everybody's craft shows for them. And there's people all the time so that are doing that. The craft show that she was participating in, my craft show, she got there and she goes, did you see that I tagged you? And I'm like, what? And she goes, somebody's scamming people saying that they're the ones to pay for your craft show. Yeah, for my craft show that she was participating in. So she immediately knew that was not a person, and not on the up and up. I think that's what I want to say. So yeah, there are people out there they're not even in this country, guys. They have us figured out. They know what we want, and they're going to try to get people that are trying to get into craft shows. They're like around here, there's craft shows that it's impossible to get into because people never give up their spot. There are. I'm surprised that I had spots for my spring show, because normally I don't. And so you have these people that try to scam others and go, oh, I have 2 spots available. If you want it, hurry and send me by Venmo or Cash App. And you never get that money back. It's just, I always say people like that, there's a special place in hell for them. Honestly, there really is. And people that scam people that have lost pets. Yeah. Definitely. Okay, I'm going to go over this little line. I accidentally got paint in it, so I'm going to go over it with a black marker. Don't stress if you do that. A black marker is your friend. Okay. Okay, let's do the green, and then we have red for the hearts. You have a separate bank account through your credit union. You put in case of emergencies. Just looked at your account, and there was $250 spent at Walmart. Oh my gosh! And it wasn't you. Wow. Well, I am glad that you noticed that. So, yeah, definitely make sure that you let your bank know. That's crazy. I'm sorry that happened to you. It happens way too much. And then they're going to close down that account or get you a new debit card. And if you have anything attached to it, it's just a pain in the butt. Just a pain. Bee. How are you, Billy? I don't have a keyword. I don't have a keyword. So I'm not it. You know what? I'm going to learn how to do all that. I haven't taken the time to do the keyword thing, but I can send you the link. If anybody comments B, I'll send you the link for the kit. Yeah. All right. We are going to ink everything. Okay. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Remember, it's totally up to you. And I'm just using a small brush here because I wanted to get right up next to the yellow and not have it be messy. Because you know me, guys. You know I can't paint without making a mess. I tell ya. I'll tell you, it's a difficult thing for me sometimes. Yep. So, I recently had, okay, so I had been advertising Chloe on Paw Boost, and they recently sent me an email refunding me money because they overcharged me. And I thought, that is great that they audited it. They figured it out that they overcharged me. So they voluntarily sent me $250 back. Because I've been paying since the day that she was missing. That's when it all started. And they're like, oh, we noticed that you've been paying twice. And so they reimbursed me already. Karen says, got scammed a couple of weeks ago, but was able to get the money back into your account. Big fraud. Oh, wow. Almost $300. Oh, the green. Sorry. The green is aloe, but that is not the color that I used before. I grabbed the wrong color. I actually used Lighthouser green. Let me go over it with Lighthouser green. Okay. So, where are you, Lighthouser green? Thanks for asking, because guess what? Yeah, I grabbed the wrong green. Hauser light green is the color it should be. I'm going to go over it again. Let me just dry it really quickly and go over it. After I do the red. The red's going to need 2 coats, and then white's going to need 2 coats. Brown's going to need 2 coats. So let's dry that, and then Darlene can fix her oopsie. Yeah, definitely. So let's try that. People that scam others, it's just terrible. It just drives me crazy. I don't understand why they have to do that. They're just, like I say, there's a place in hell for them. I tell them that too. The dog people, the scam people, I tell them that. So, all right, let's try the right color. Let's do the right color. Hauser light green is the right color for this. Guys, though, you don't have to have every color that I have. It will look fine. If you have other colors that you prefer, just do that. I don't want you to go out and buy every single color just because you want it to be identical. You can mix colors too. So if you want a brighter green, you can do that. Yeah, it's totally up to you. I just don't like the idea of, I try to use a lot of the same colors because I don't want you to have to buy new colors every week or whatever, or every month. So the only new color that I used this time was the Summer Squash. That one I hadn't been using. That was a new one, but you don't have to use that. Okay, let's do our white. Let's do just the wing part needs a second coat, and then brown needs a second coat. Red definitely needs a second coat. Always. Red is one of those colors that it doesn't ever cover the first time. Okay, and then all of our brown. So we have our brown that is our milk chocolate. I'm going to put a second coat on it. The honey stick. No, that one I don't have to paint. I painted it right here. That covers it. So that goes over the top of that. Just like that. So the honey stick is milk chocolate, but I think I'm going to kind of leave it just like that with one coat. And then I'm going to put a little bit of honey at the bottom, which just means I'm going to put a little bit of my true ochre. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, milk chocolate is the color of the bear. Okay, so we're going to do second coats on the bear. Let me stand up. And then we're going to dry, and we're going to start shading everything. We do need to do some little polka dots, little dots, not polka dots, but dots in the center of the flower part. And that looks like it needs a second coat too. And then also we need to do eyeballs and cheekies. And we need to do, what else? We need to, the ears, okay? So I'm going to use a little brush, or not a brush, I'm going to use the little stencil thing to do the ears, just like we normally do. And it will do the cheeks and it'll do the ears, and then we'll put eyeballs, okay? So step by step, it gets done one step at a time. I'm a pretty fast painter, so I don't want you guys to have to sit here and watch paint dry, but that's the whole point of the kit, is you guys get to see every single step. Okay, I am going to do a second coat on the dark brown because I think it needs to have a second coat. Let me just make sure that I have the right brush. Okay, so, and then I need to do the gray at the top. All right, so second coat of this, and then we'll dry it. This one is dark chocolate. So I'm gonna do this and this. All right, guys. I'm so excited about this one. Do you guys love it? It was a lot of work. But I sat down and I painted the whole thing today. It's very possible to do that in one day. I started painting about 9 o'clock and I finished painting about 3:45. I'm supposed to start my tutorial at 4, and then I was cutting out all the parts. Okay, let's see what's next. I need to do cheekies and I need to do dots on those, but we need to dry this. Let's dry this so that we have it nice and dry. You don't ever want to use a stencil brush. Like I'm going to use the little stencil brush to do the cheeks. You don't want to use it on wet paint. Okay, you'll ruin your brush. So let's try. Thank you guys. Make sure that you give me some hearts, not just thumbs up. Give me some hearts if you love this so much. I love it so much. Definitely. So the link to it, let me see if I can do it. Let me see if it'll let me do it right here. Did it do it? It didn't. Okay, so let me do it. Let me go back while I'm drying. Okay, so but make sure that you also go in and you order the basket. Remember, if you're new and you haven't ordered the basket, you're going to have to go do that. Okay, there you go. So that's the link to my website. So make sure that you order the basket and the water globe also. So this is part of the monthly kit. I'm not selling the things separate. It's too hard for us. It is too hard to just do part of this. It's the monthly kit. It's $40. I'll show you all the pieces. Again, this is going to be a long tutorial, but it needs to be. This is probably the longest of the projects, and to do it on a Sunday is perfect for me. Okay, so I need to do the cheeks, and let's see. I think what I used in the other room was, and I need to just remember all of these colors. Let me find my color right here. Okay, so there went the bottle of paint. Vintage pink. So I did the cheeks and I did the ears this color. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. Would be cute, great with your, yeah, exactly. Okay, I'm gonna put my little line, just using a marker to do the line because I accidentally got paint inside of it. Okay, gonna take vintage pink and I'm gonna get a new one of those little things. Where's one that has, this one actually has dried paint in it. So I am going to, don't forget the jar lid. Thank you. Thank you. I was going to forget it. Okay. Let me do the jar lid. Let's do the jar lid. It is gray. We're going to use slate gray. Okay. So I'm just going to do the top of the jar lid because a jar should be, the top should be a different color, right? So we're going to do it with slate gray. You guys, I need all the help I can get. I do read the comments. Yep. So you just help me all that you can. And there's jute. There's going to be jute tied around this. So if you don't get an exact straight line, don't worry. Don't stress. It will be fine. Okay. So, and I do need to put my glue gun on, which is buried on the floor. Okay, let's do the cheekies. So cheeks, we need to do cheeks and we need to do ears. Okay, let me just scooch this up and let's bring our bears. So we're going to do ears and we're going to do cheeks. Okay, so let me just bring these things down and we're going to do eyeballs. Okay, so we need to do eyeballs too. So cheeks, ears, eyeballs. Okay, so we have our paint right here. We're going to use Vintage Pink. And we're going to take this, see this little stencil thing? It's round. It's a little stencil. You get these at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. They're over where the stencils are. Take some paint and then get as much as you can off. Okay, just kind of twist it, get as much as you can off onto your paper towel. And then you're going to do the cheeks. Okay, so for the big one, you're going to actually make a circle with your hand. You want it to be a little bit bigger. Okay, I'm just making a circular thing and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, looks like that. Just like that. There's circles. Okay, this one, the small one, I'm just going to twist. Okay, just going to twist and there's his little cheekies. Okay, so there's the cheeks. There's a nose in there too. So don't worry, there's going to be a nose. Then you're going to do the ears. So you're just going to kind of form like a half circle in there, kind of, sort of. So I'm just kind of dabbing and making like a half circle area in the ears that's going to look like the inside of the ears. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, just like that. All right. And then we're going to do this one and then we'll do eyeballs. Okay, so step by step it gets done. Sometimes I forget the order. But it's okay, guys. It's okay. So if you want this kit, the link's there. I'm going to put a picture of the whole kit. Okay, and I haven't taken pictures of the raw wood because I didn't have time. I was painting them all day, making sure that it actually worked, and then I cut them out and boom, it was time to do this. Okay, eyeballs are going to be done with a stylus and with the end of a paintbrush. Okay, so stylus and end of a paintbrush. You're going to get black paint, and we're also going to do little white polka dots on the center of the flowers. Okay, so here's our black paint, and you're gonna dip the end of the round paintbrush into the paint, and you're going to go there. The eyeballs are scored on there, so you know exactly where they go. Okay, so see how, I don't know if you can see the other one, the scoring's right next to it. You'll know exactly where the eyeball goes. Okay, I'm trying to make everything easy for you guys. And then with the little bear, you're going to use a stylus. You're going to use a smaller end. You're not going to use a big paintbrush end. You're going to use a small end. Okay, so you're going to use something smaller because the smaller one, the eyeballs are smaller. Make sense? I hope so. And then we're going to do white for the polka dots on the center of the flowers. Okay, so these guys are done, and I'm going to put them up there. We're going to dry everything. We're going to dry all that. Make sure we have everything dry. Let's bring this back down. Okay. We're going to do white on these. Let me know if you have questions. I'm here for you guys for questions. And then we're going to put some honey. We're going to put some honey on the end of the honey dripper thing. We're going to put some of the yellowish color. Probably put both yellows. Okay, so there's some white. I don't need a lot. I'm going to take my stylus and I'm going to make some little dots. It's just the center of the flower, center of the sunflower. So these are called dip dots. Okay, so these are called dip dots. All you're going to do is you're going to dip and you're going to dot. You're going to dip and you're going to dot. That's why they're called dip dots. Pretty easy, right? As many or as few as you want. Okay, we're going to dry. And we still need to do the stripes on our bee. Okay, so I'm going to have to find a tiny paintbrush for that. But let's kind of dry this. Eyes always take a little bit to dry. Little dots take a little bit to dry. So let's just kind of get it going. And then we'll dry it one more time before we start. Okay? Before we start inking. Okay, so let's do the bees. Yep, we're going to do black stripes on the bumblebees. We're going to put the heads on the bumblebees. All right, so squish that up. I'm going to find my brush. I need a little bit more black paint. I need to find a small brush, okay? And if you want, you can use a stylus for these stripes. They're tiny. They're really tiny, guys. But let me see if I can find a brush in here that is small enough. Maybe Maybe. Who knows? There might be one. Maybe. Okay. So I'm actually going to use a stylus on these. I'll show you how to do that. So I'm going to do the head with a brush like this. Okay? But the stripes are really small. Okay? But I'm going to use the stylus to do the stripes on mine. I'm going to do the head part and then I'll turn it and I'll do stripes. Okay? So I'm just doing like the head black and then I'll turn it and I'm going to do my stripes with the stylus. Okay, so I'm just going to dip it and then I'm going to drag that stripe across. If you want to use a paint pen, guys, a paint pen works just fine. Okay, so I'm just going to do the same. I'm just going to dip my stylus in there and I'm going to do my line. These are scored. Okay, so they're scored so you can see. Can you see the lines? See the lines? Even after you painted it, you can see the lines. So I'm just going to do all of my little stripes. And then we're going to put these back on the board to dry. Don't try to dry these when they're wet, just sitting here, because they will fly over and your paint will all be messed up. And then you'll be painting the other side. You'll be really sad. You'll be so sad. Ask me how I know, because Darlene has done it before. Okay, so that's going to go right there. Okay, going back on the tape. Okay, we're just going to do them one by one. We have 4. Think of how many bees I've already painted today. Quite a few, guys, quite a few. And I'm going to show you everything again because those of you that came on later didn't get to see the entire collection. And you can see the entire collection by going to that link too. That will take you to the entire collection. So if you don't want to wait, you can go to the link and just click on it. It will take you to the collection. It's $40. You need to also buy the basket and the water globe if you are not if you haven't purchased from me before with the monthly kit. Okay. Because the very first kit in January had those pieces for free, and that was just how it was. We don't need to sell that with the kit every time. And I want to do it separately because it kind of confuses Tara. If I include it in the kit, not everybody needs those pieces each time. And I did, whoops, wrong end. Do I have any upcoming craft shows? I don't have any upcoming craft shows. My next craft show is not until June. So I told you guys, some of you guys weren't on yesterday, but my surgery will not be in April. My surgery won't be until July. So they messed up. They already filled all the spots and they didn't call me for my April date, and they're not going to bump anybody. If perhaps there's that April cancellation, I'm going to jump right in there and get it done and out of the way. But chances are that's probably not going to happen. Okay, for the next one, I'll go in really close so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Hopefully you can see. Sometimes with left-handers, it's hard to see what they're doing. Okay, there's my next bee. Okay, let me just go in really close for you guys so that you can see. Okay, and I'll scooch it up just a little bit. Okay, so I'm just taking this angle brush and I just do like a little circle with the face part. And then I just pull that paint up just like that. Okay? Don't look at my nails. Yeah, and then I'm just taking the stylus, dipping it into the paint and just dragging it across. And sometimes I'm having to dip it twice. It depends on how much paint actually goes onto the stylus. Sometimes it's only once. It seems like as my paint gets used up, then it's going to be twice. If your lines are not perfect, do not worry. You can be like me and have wiggly lines. No one knows, right? And nobody cares. They don't care if you have wiggly lines on there, right? I mean, if they say something, you just say that's what makes it unique, right? Don't sweat the small stuff, and it's all small stuff. Everything in life is small stuff, okay? There's very few things that are big things that are important that you need to stress over. Very few things, okay? All right, let's see. Did I get everything? Did I get everything? Let me take a look and see if I need to do anything else. Did I put highlights? Oh, I did put, okay, so I did put little dots on the nose And I did put little dots on the cheekies. Okay, so I'm going to take my white. I'm going to dip my stylus in that. Okay, let me make sure I have everything off. So I am going to bring this back down, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Did I do whites in the eyes? I did. Okay, let me dry the eyes a little bit more because they're not dry enough for the things. A bummer on the delayed thing. Yeah, you know. Makes the bee look fuzzy like real life. There you go, Anna. Exactly. I'm bummed that I don't get an April date. People are human. We all make mistakes. There's nothing they can do about it. Okay, so there's absolutely nothing they can do. And I'll just take July. So it might be better anyways. I have July 1st. I will be resting on 4th of July on my sister's birthday. I won't be out celebrating with fireworks. I will be resting. Okay, so I'm going to do a dot in the eyes. Oops, you can't see this one, but I'll show you on the little bear. I always do it like it's looking to the left. Okay, I always do it so it's looking like to the left. There's just like a little tiny dot. Okay, and then on the cheekies, there's a highlight. And then on the nose, there'll be a highlight. Okay, so cheeks, highlights. And then on the nose, and then the heart also has some. Okay, so these are the two noses. So the nose, I'm just going to kind of go like a little, like that. Oh, you can't see it. You can't see it, sorry. Oh, the honey stick too. Thank you. So yeah, honey stick, I need to do that. Okay, there's a lot. I told you there's a lot on this one. That's why I do the tutorial for you guys, because there's a lot. So I'm doing the little swoop. And then what else? What else was I going to, on the heart, there's some little dots, dot, 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 dot. You can just do this with a paint pen if you want to. Dot, 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 dot. Okay. And then the paint or the honey on that, and then we're ready to do our inking. Okay, there's a lot of inking, but it's going to go pretty quickly. I promise. I promise it is. All right, let's dry. Let's dry this, and we'll do the honey on the little. What do they call that? What do they call this stick? It's like a honey. Now I'm trying that. It's a honey thing for dipping, a honey dipper. Is it called a honey dipper? Maybe? Honey dipper. Does anybody know the real name? That sounds like a good name to me, honey dipper. Honey dipper stick. Yeah. Okay, so that's the next thing. I'm always that way. Which color is it? Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit of this is the deep ochre. Okay, so I'm going to put some deep ochre on there, and then I'm going to take some of the summer squash and just go over that. Okay, so all I did was just put a little bit on the end so it looks like you've dipped it into it. It's a dipper, a honey dipper. Okay, all right, let me just dry that, and then we're going to ink, and then we're ready to assemble. I will plug my glue gun in somehow. I have stuff on top of it right now. But I'm going to need my glue gun at some point. So let me just move this. All right. Glue gun. Where are you? Trying to move stuff so that I don't turn it on and things get melted. Okay. All right. Come on. There we go. Okay. Got that. Okay. So now we're just going to, are those dry enough? Okay, now we're going to ink. Okay, so we're just going to grab this and ink. You call it a thingamabob. I have lots of thingamabobs. All right, let's just start pulling pieces off. And I'll just start inking as I go. Okay, so you're just going to ink around all the edges. I have a hair in my mouth. I don't know what it is. It is probably from the jute. Okay, so then I'm just going to kind of go across. I'm just taking my little ink pad. If you don't have these ink pads, I get mine from Amazon. There are ink pads that you can get at Hobby Lobby or at Michael's if they still have stuff like this. I am not sure. So I'm just making like a little line across. So see, like that. I kind of got out of control. I'm going to put my bee up there. I think. No, actually, there's not a B on that one. I'm going to fix that. Let me show you how to fix that. I got a little bit out of control. So I'm going to take a Q-tip, okay? I'm going to spray it with water. And this ink is water soluble. So I'm just going to take some of that off. Now, honestly, if you guys weren't here, I probably would lick my finger and do it. Anyone else? I always say spit is magical. Yeah. Mama's spit is magical, right? Okay, so you can fix any oopsies with the ink by just using a Q-tip. Okay, so this is the cover. This is what it looks like. Okay, Memento Luxe, and this one is Espresso Truffle. Okay, so if you have any oopsies, you can just fix it like that. Okay, we're gonna ink all the edges. We're just gonna keep going. Who has exciting things to tell me? What have you guys been doing? Anything? Today is Miss Emily's birthday. My granddaughter, she is 7. She is in Santan, Arizona, and I didn't get to go to her party, and that makes me sad. But I did get her gift sent. At least I got that sent on time. So I'm just going around the edges. We're just going to quickly do all of this. Yeah, she loves to buy stuff. She loves to go on Amazon and buy stuff. She's only 7, and she knows how to shop. My grandkids are funny. I mean, they know their way around on the internet. How about you guys? I didn't even have to pick anything out. I'm like, I know exactly what she wants. She wants a gift card so she can shop on Amazon. So I had that waiting for her on Friday, which I made a mistake somehow. Do you ever just have in your head, it's like, oh, her birthday's on Saturday, so I need to make sure I get it there on Friday. So she got her present 2 days ahead. So hopefully she might have even ordered something and got it sent on the way. And her grandma actually works at the Amazon. Her grandma over there, on the other side, her mom's mom, actually works at the Amazon company there. In I don't know if is it in Phoenix, or does anybody know there's an Amazon warehouse that's over there? She actually works there. Okay, so I'm just quickly inking all of these. You would totally be licking your fingers. Yeah, totally. I mean, your spit is like magical, right? I remember having an oopsie painting with when you're doing your toll painting, and it's like, oh yeah, there's just something magical about saliva that fixes it. I know that's really gross, but it sure is true. It sure does. Yep. I know. You see the old movies, and these moms are like licking their finger and then wiping something off of someone's face, off their kid's face. Now that I wouldn't do. I just can't. I just can't do that. Would not put my kid through that. Okay, just getting all these things done, and I'm going to take a Q-tip. I'm going to do the flower, like the inside by the stem, because I like it all to be consistent, but I need to use a little Q-tip because I can't get in there with my ink pad. There's just no way. The ink pad doesn't turn that angle. So what I'll do is I will use a little Q-tip and get right in there. And if you want to speckle things, you definitely can. I have another oopsie to fix. Let's see how it works out with the ink. So take a little Q-tip, and you can just use that to go around those edges that are difficult for you. Okay, so just like that. So you're just going to get right in there. I'll do that with this one right now too. This is a newer ink pad. If you have an ink pad that's almost used up, it's not going to have as much ink come out. So there's that. Let me just try to get, okay, perfect. All right. So it's in Goodyear. Okay, perfect. That's where it is. So she works there. I don't know what she does. I know she drives a forklift. She was really proud that she got her forklift license, which is so cool. I love that. I always wanted to drive a forklift, but I envisioned running over people. And my husband has a funny story. At his work, their kid that thought he knew everything. Do you ever have one of those kids that thinks that they know everything? Driving the forklift, not paying attention, and took out one of the great big supporting beams in their warehouse. He was gone, and he was related to somebody in the company, and he was gone because as soon as they do that, when that happens, when there's accidents or things like that, they drug test. And my guess was that there was a little bit of something going on. A little bit. Okay, we're getting there. We don't have that much more to go. And here's our little bear. I am going to do the bottom part across. Okay, so I'm going to go across because this little notch, see that little notch? That's going to stick down in the basket. Okay, so I have an extra basket here. I'm going to go across because I want to make sure that I get that part so that because it's going to show. Okay, so I want to make sure that I get that. And then I'm going to do the top. Yeah, I just do this. I do it really quick. Sorry, guys, but there's not that much. It's not really a magical thing. It's super easy to do. I love the ink pads because they give a lot of dimension to things. Okay, so I'm going to use the ink pad right here. See where this is, where the lid part is? I'm going to actually fill this in, and that's going to be a different color in there. Okay, so if you want to paint it, you can. I thought about putting a different label on there, but I'm just going to kind of go like that. And then the bottom part, I'm going to do the same thing. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of fill that in with ink so that it looks like that. Okay, and we're getting there. We are getting there. All right, what's going on in your life? Anything? Anybody? You guys, I told you there was a lot to this. If you need to come back and watch the replay, which you probably will because there are a lot of pieces, and that's why I did both bears at once, so it's easy for you guys to paint. You can paint both of these projects at one time and not have to come back and watch it, watch two different ones for the bear. And also, you only have to get those certain colors out one time, like for the bear. There's not other bears on there. There's other bees, but the bear colors, see how I just did lines on there for that top of that, see how I did that? I just used the edge of this and just did little lines, and then I'm going to go around the outside. I'm not going to do the inside because guess what? This part is the inside of the jar. Okay, and we're not painting the jar. We're leaving the jar white. These are my Chocolate jars that we're going to put this onto. I found 2 cases of them, and I'm like, I have to do a project. So I'm incorporating all this. So you guys get free jars with your project. Yeah. All right. So we had rain today, guys. During the night, holy cow, it was, I don't know, I think it was hailing. It woke me up. It was so loud. It had to have been hailing. It was super duper loud. And we've had rain off and on today. John actually has tried to take Marley out a couple of times, and he'd have to stop and come back. And then, because it was raining that hard, it was hard rain. I'm going to do the bottom because it's at the bottom of the jar, and part of it might show the feet are down there, but part of it might show. Okay, and then this goes on the jar. We're almost there. We got a heart to do, and then we're going to start gluing. We got a lot of gluing to do, guys. All right. Glad you're sticking with me. Thanks for being here. This is fun. So what we'll do, we'll skip a couple days and do other projects, and then we'll do 2 more, and then we'll skip another day and do do other projects, and then we'll come back. Okay. So we'll be going back and forth between doing these projects and doing just regular projects. Okay, we'll do some Chocolate in there. I like to make sure I'm doing my Chocolate, throwing that in there for you guys. Okay, so this is going to be on here. This is our honey bear, and our honey bear is going to have 2 bees on it. These bees are the same. Okay, when you get your kit, everything will be bagged up per project. Okay, so it's not going to be confusing for you. Each project will be bagged separately, so you will know what goes with what. Okay, plus you can go back and look at the pictures and see what goes with what. I'm just going to assemble it. I like to, oops, you can't see because my big old head's in the way. All right, so I'm just assembling it because I want to be able to know that I have all my pieces. Make sure I didn't lose something or leave something in the laser. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so that's that one. Very lazy. weekend for you. Next weekend is a 4-day weekend. Oh, nice, nice. 3 more Tuesdays for shuffleboard, and then you're done for the season. Oh, what's after that? What's after shuffleboard? Mary Lee says spring break is over. Back to school tomorrow. Oh my goodness, already. And Laura says trip to Cali coming up. Oh yeah, yeah. And am I gonna see you? Are you coming down this way? I hope so. That would be fun. That'd be fun if you're coming down this way, or I can drive up to LA. If you're not coming down this way, you're going to LA. I'll just have to drive up there to see you. Okay, so these are gonna go with that. And then this is separate, and then our bear, let's make sure we have everything. Here's the beehive. The beehive has a little heart on it, and then here's the feet. And then what else is going on? Very lazy weekend. Next weekend's the 40. I've read that already. Laura asked if he finished the dog run. He did. Yesterday he went and he got the gutter parts, because guess what, he had somebody already scheduled to do the gutters, and it came out, and instead of charging the amount that he had told us, he was charging so much more, and I was like, yeah, not gonna do that. Oops, wrong nose, there we go. Okay, so basically these go behind. Okay, we're gonna glue this one together first, because then it can be drying. Okay, so and then I do have the ones already made, so we're not gonna have to show you that way. So okay, all right, here we go. Let's get this all glued together. And then this has jute on it, and then jute around this part. Busy getting ready for May's show. Nice. And then big show in June, out to Chris in August. That's awesome. Yay. Oops, here goes the glue. Darlene. When you open the glue and you're pointing it downward, you should be watching. Okay, so we're going to glue this all together. Okay, so I want to make sure that we put the beehive on first, and I'm going to line it up with the center of his mouth. Uh-oh, somebody pooped. I hear my husband yelling at somebody pooped in the house. Uh-oh, wasn't me. I'm in here. It wasn't me. Ooh. Okay, so make sure the beehive is centered up with the nose. Let me just go in a little bit closer for you guys. Let's see, is it going to? There we go. Okay, so beehive centered with the nose. Okay, got the hands. All right, I'm hoping next weekend to go to the cabin, but I'm like, oh, if everybody wants to do Easter, then I'm not going to. I'm going to have to wait. But they might just say, oh, the kiddos are too old for Easter, because it's my older grandkids now. But the younger grandkids are in Arizona, so they're not even here. The older ones, I could get away with just giving them a gift card or something like that. Okay, that's going to be right there. And then the insides of the feet. Okay. And then just make sure that everything is flush down there. Okay. You don't want it to be below where it's supposed to go. Okay. So you're going to put it right there. And then you're going to put the little dipper. Here's the dipper. That goes right there. And then the honey that's coming out. You can paint this a different color. If you want to get really fancy and paint this a different color, you could. I just kind of liked it all to be that same color. Okay, and then these guys, these bees all get glued together. Okay, so they all get glued together. And then this is the center of the flower. Okay, here's the bee, this bee. I'm going to make sure that it's even. Let me stand up. Make sure your bees are even. So you're just gluing them onto their wings. Okay, I like to make it easy for you. I went back and I had them all one piece, and it was really hard to paint. So I went back and I redesigned that so that it was easier. Okay, that goes there. Now, here's the thing. It would probably be easier to wait until this was all glued together to put these behind it until it was dry. Okay, so but I want to show you how to do that. So here we go. We're going to do this. Now, one of them is going to go at an angle like this. So what I did was I put it behind it to see where do I need to put the glue. Okay, so say, okay, the bottom of the stem, and then right there on that stem and right there on that petal is going to be a little bit of glue. Okay, so I'm going to move this. I'm going to put some glue here, a little bit here, and now I can't remember. I think it was the top one. Was it the top one or the next one? Oh, yeah, it was right there. Okay, so that's going to go just like that. If you want to do it more at an angle, you can. Okay, and then just let it sit there. And then a bee is going to go at the top. Okay, so a bee's, and I make sure that top part stays. So you're going to put one of your bees is going to go like that. It's kind of on the ear and on the flower. It's much better to let it dry. Just let things dry a little bit, guys. Don't be in a hurry like me. Okay, so like that. And then the other one's going to go over here, behind here. Okay, so it's going to go right behind here. So just kind of look at it and go, how's that going to go? Where's it going to go? And I have one that's already glued together because we're not really going to be able to move this one because it's going to be, yeah, it's not going to be good to move it. Okay, so I'm gonna move this temporarily. I'm gonna put glue right here, and then I'm gonna put glue up here and here. I think that's where I needed it. Right there and there. Okay. All right, and then I'm gonna put this back because it moved. Yeah. So anyways, don't be in such a big of a hurry to get it all glued together. All right. There we go. Okay. All right. So it's going to be like that. Going to be like that. Okay. And then this bee is going to go right here. Okay. Or does it go the other direction? I think, oh, it goes down. So this bee is going to go down. Okay. So here's our glue for that. That bee is going to go down. Okay, so I'm going to move this to the side because I have one that's already dry. This is going to go right in here. This just goes right into the thing. So fold your piece of jute in half. Like that. Fold it in half. And then thread it through there. Open it up and grab the tails. Okay, so grab the tails and pull that through. So it's going to hang like that. It's going to hang just like that. You're going to tie a knot. Okay. And then we're going to trim that down. Okay, so that's your little tag that's going to hang from the basket. Okay, I'm going to move this up to the top. And we're not going to do anything else with this right now. Hopefully I can move it without anything else moving. Okay, because I have the one that I already glued together. Okay, so now, guys, my glue is dripping on the floor. Hang on. Darlene. It would be a great idea if you put the cap on your glue. Yeah, it would. Okay, so we're going to do this. We're going to glue this together. We have our little bear. So this jar, this is the same size as this jar. Okay, this is a Chocator jar. You're going to get the jar. You're going to get all of this. Everything comes with the kit. You're going to go right around here. You put this part on first. Okay, this is the base of everything. So this part goes on. Kind of wiggle it to get it to seat down. Okay, and then this is the honey at the bottom. Okay, so just put a bunch of glue on there and then put that in there and just slide it right there, wiggle it a little bit. Okay, so that's the base part of it. This is going to go at the top. It's going to have, you're going to tie a bow. Okay, we'll do that in a moment. One of the bees is going to be at the top. And one of the bees is going to be right here on this. Okay, so one of the bees will be right up here at the top. And it's going to just go like that. Okay, just like that. All right. And then one bee will be over on this side. So I'm just gluing together. I like to use Aleene's Tacky Glue, but guys, whatever glue works best for you is absolutely fine. You don't have to change and use what I use. I'm going to look at my, I can't remember what it looked like. Hang on one second. All right. Oh yeah, I was looking for the angle. Okay, so that goes like that. Okay, now we just need to build a bear. Basically, we're building a bear. And this bear is going to go down at the bottom. So let's go ahead and put him right down here. He's going to kind of hang off the edge like that. Okay, so only put glue on 2/3 of him, not on the whole thing. Okay, so on 2/3 of him, he's going to hang off the edge. And you're going to make sure that you keep that even at the bottom. Okay, so when you're all done, you're going to make sure that it's even. Okay, I'm going to show you everything. Some of you came on later and you didn't get to see the whole entire kit. I have everything painted. I decided to paint everything I had. Okay, so put the muzzle on and then the nose. Okay, and then you got the hands. You got the feet. He's not holding anything. He has a heart on him. He doesn't need to hold something. He has a heart on his chest, or she. Could be a she. And then the feet. Okay, so I'm going to put the center of the feet, and then I'm going to put each foot on there. And then we'll be done with this almost. I'll show you how to tie the jute around it. There's going to be jute tied around the top. Oh, I should have done that before I put the bee on. It will be fine. But let's go ahead and let's take this off for a moment. I'm going to just set that. I'm just going to set that to the side. We actually need to put the jute on there first. Okay. So that's going to be right at the bottom. If you want to, you can stand it up to make sure, but we're probably going to accidentally move things around when we're putting this jute on. So let me dry that. Let me just dry this glue. Okay. So pretend I didn't do that. Okay. So the jute is long and it's going to be wrapped around there. Okay. So let me put my thing on there we go. I think we're almost done with that. Oh yeah, because this goes over it. You know what? We use hot glue for this, guys. Now I remember we're going to dry that because we use hot glue. Okay, so this is just skinny jute, but I love wrapping it around things. It's going to be easier if this thing was completely dry, but I'm going to show you. So you're gonna take about that much of it, a tail. You want a tail to be at the back, okay? And you're going to just hold that, and then you're just going to wrap. And it can overlap each other. It doesn't have to be completely flat. You can have it however you want, but it's going to start right below the gray part, okay? So there's like a little indentation, okay? And then you're just going to tie a knot back here. You are just going to tie a knot. That's all you're going to do. So my foot is moving on this. The little foot is moving. Let's just hold it up for a second, just like that. And I'm going to lean it against my chest for a second. We're just going to tie a knot at the back, and that's all you're going to do. This might be easier to do this part before you put the bear on there. Sorry. There's the knot. We'll trim that down afterwards. Okay, fix anything that moved. I have a little bit of glue there. I have a little bit of glue clean up here. Clean up on aisle 3. Okay, so we're going to tie a little knot. No, we're not going to tie a knot. We're going to tie a little bow. Let me just trim this. It's bugging me. It's bugging me. Okay, so trim that off. We're going to tie a bow with our little jute. Okay, in this. Okay, we're going to tie a bow with this. All right. So all you're going to do, guys, is this. You're going to thread it through here. I gave you a long piece. And you're going to tie a bow. Okay, so you're just going to tie a bow, and then you are going to trim it down. Okay, so it's just going to have a bow at the top. That's all. No big deal. And then we're going to hot glue that on. So I don't usually use hot glue, but I'm going to be gluing it to the jute. And so I have to do that or it's not going to stay. Okay, so just kind of fiddle with it. Get your tails there. Trim the tails. Okay, trim those tails down. And then we're going to glue it on there. So it's going to be glued like this. Okay, and then this little bee is going to be, the bee is going to be like that. Okay, so let me grab my hot glue gun. And then I'm gonna get the bear that's already glued together. I'm gonna be able to show you all of that because this you don't want moving around. I'm gonna scooch this up to the top. So I'm gonna put glue right here, and I'm gonna put glue down here, and that's just gonna go right like that. Okay, so just like that. And then my bee is gonna be up here at the top. Okay, so honeybee, you're gonna be at the top. Don't put it on your fingers. Be really careful. Okay, so my honeybee is going to be just like that. Okay, so just hold it for a second. And then I'm going to unplug my glue gun because you know how I am. All right, I'm going to scooch this out of the way too because I want to show you everything. So let me just do this. I need to move that so that it doesn't. So let me show you what it looked like. Okay, so this is what it looks like, all done. And I'm going to stand everything up, okay? Here is the little basket, okay? So the basket, here's my dried bear, okay? Remember, it has this little slot thing, goes down into the center of the basket. If you haven't done this before, you're going to go back to January and you're going to find the tutorial that shows you how to do the basket. And if you can't find it, I can help you with that because the basket can be tricky. This is going to just slide right under here like that. Okay, so it's just going to hang right there like that. Nothing holds it, it's just right in there. Okay, so let me put you up to myself. I'm going to show you everything else. Okay, did you outline the jar would move? Oh, let me look and see. Maybe on this one, did the outline move a little bit? Nope, no, it's still fine. Yeah, it's still flush. Thank you for asking though. Okay. I think it's fine. Okay, so let me put you up to myself and I'm going to show you everything. Okay, so here's this basket. Look how cute it is. It is super cute. All right, so here's the little bear basket. Okay, here's our little jar that we just made. I'm going to bring in all of the cute pieces. All right, so here is the little candle. Okay, so the candle, it's a little beehive. This is your little freebie this month. It comes with the candle. So the candle comes out. Okay, I put blue painter's tape to hold it. Okay, so I put blue painter's tape, and this just twists, has batteries. So you twist it like righty tighty, lefty loosey. Okay, righty, unscrewing it actually makes it so it turns off. Screwing it on actually makes it light up. Okay, there's going to be batteries in it already. I'm going to load all of them with batteries. That's another project. Okay, and then so let's just move these back. Okay, so we move these guys back. Here is the one that goes in the water globe. So that's the water globe. So if you're just starting, you're going to need to have the water globe and the basket also. So if you don't, you're going to get this and you go, I don't have those pieces. Nope, you don't, because they're not included every month, because that would be silly. Okay, here's the honey pot, or the word honey, sorry, the word honey. It has a honey pot. Okay, and then we have the little house that has all of this. All these little things. Isn't that so cute? I love this. Okay, we're going to be doing a lot more like this. It's a little house. It has the little stand on the back. Okay, all of those projects for $40, guys. That's a deal. That's a steal. You need all of it. Yes. You're doing your kitchen and bees. Awesome. Yes. So, we worked really hard. I hope you love it as much as I do. It was so much fun to create for you guys. And we have, like I said before, we have all of the months already lined out to the end of the year. And we might tweak something in, like we might think, oh, we need to do this, but we have it all figured out. We have every single month figured out what theme we're going to do, whether it's an everyday spring theme, or is it patriotic, or is it Halloween. We have it all figured out, and I'm so excited to bring it all to you this year. You know what? Sometimes you just need something to spark you. And this is my spark, guys. This is my spark to create these fantastic kits for you guys. That is a great value. For $40, you get all of these 6 little kits. That's a good deal. And shipping is going to be whatever it is. So it's based on the weight. Okay. So shipping is going to be however much it is. I need to go in and look. I might have to weigh this and see. It might actually be a little bit more than most months. So I'll have to go and see. And then I also have to look and see what boxes do we have left. Because we may just, that may be an expense that we don't do all year if we don't have to. We might just do it in a regular, I don't know, a medium flat rate. Anyways, guys, it's been fun. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Oh, I wanted to ask for prayers for someone else too. For Nikki Beatty. She has asked me to ask for prayers for her pain, that her pain can subside. So she's in a lot of pain. And if you guys could just pray for Nikki, that would be awesome. And don't forget, I asked you for prayers. Some of you came on later. I asked you for prayers for Ethan's family. They lost Ethan yesterday in an accident, and part of the family is still in the hospital. And then Braxton, because Ethan was Braxton's best friends. How can you order it? Okay, so you can order from this link. Yeah, so let me give you the link. But if you are new, you're going to also go in and you're going to order the basket. So let me give you both links. So I'm going to copy this, and here is the link for this. So you can go, this is on our website. Okay, so that's our website. You can go to that link right there. And then let me go to the basket. Okay, so let me go back and let me go to just the basket. Do I have it? Oh, I have it separately. Okay, so I'll just give them to you. I'll give you the basket. I just want to make it easy for you guys. So just give me one moment and I will give you the basket, and I will give you the water globe. Okay, so I'm just going to type in basket. Okay, so here's the basket. Yeah, it's really sad. So so Ethan is 13 and he passed away in an automobile accident. There's the basket. And his best friend, Braxton, it's just so sad. It's so sad. So Betty is one of our people here, and Braxton is her grandson. And she asked me, we talked on the phone this morning, and it's just so sad. I'm just so heartbroken for them. I just can't even imagine. Let me go ahead and let me just make sure you guys know, I'm getting messages. I don't have an invoice for my chalk paste yet. You don't? No, because the sale's still open. The invoices will go out by Tuesday. So someone just sent me a message. I'll answer them. But just know the sale is still open till tonight. There is still stuff. Here's the water globe. Okay, here's the water globe. Okay, you can always come back to these and order from there. But there you go. All right, perfect. Thank you for prayers, guys. That's what we're about. We're about family and friends. It's more than just a page. You guys are my friends, my family. I love being able to do this, and it's very relaxing. It is my therapy, but we need this. We need this from day one. I didn't know that this was going to happen. I've been doing a Facebook tutorial or just Facebook Live, because sometimes I'm away, every single day for 5 years and 1 month. And some of you have been there since day one, or the first month, or the first year. And some of you just started. Everybody is welcome. What's never welcome is anyone that is unkind. They will not get away with that on Darlene's page. There is none. Okay, so if you've been here a long time and you're having an off day, I may have a chat with you and say that was out of line. But we are never unkind here. We are always uplifting, and I always try to be really positive about things. Guys, I'm not perfect. There's days when I'm like, wow, Darlene, why do you say that? I am not perfect, and you aren't either. And I love you all. I love being here. I love doing this, and I will continue for as long as I possibly can. I'm not going anywhere. And I love Chocator too. So I sprinkle Chocator in there. I'm not doing as much. I'm doing a little bit less, but I still love it, and they have great product. So I'm not going anywhere. Not quitting that. All right, questions. Any questions for anybody? If you need to send me a message, feel free to do that. I get back with you as soon as I can. During the week, I have a full-time job, so I can't always get back to you right away. It sometimes takes a while. If you haven't ordered from the chalk paste sale, it's still going on over there in the VIP group. And I can't tell you what the discount is, but it's a huge discount. So if you need some chalk paste or ink, you can hop on over there. And sale's going on until tonight. And there's still a bunch available. All right. I love you guys. Prayers for all the families, and prayers for Nikki, and prayers for anybody else that needs it. You're always welcome to ask us for prayers. We will be here for you. Okay. All right. I love you guys. Have a wonderful evening. Thanks for being here. I know it was long. I'll see you tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. Pacific time. Bye.